says, whoa. I had no idea the power.
I had that same look too as I'm watching this video. Meteorologist Grace Thornton joins us now, and Mother Nature was showing off last night.
Oh my gosh.
So loud and so bright.
It so was, and it's showing off again today. Look at this view that we have here out towards Lake Travis, our Oasis cam. It looks, completely different. A coin flip from what we were dealing with just a few hours ago. Bright blue skies over there and calm waters that you can see. We have very calm winds. The calm after the storm. We talk about the calm before the storm and after the storm. Always, something to note. 78 degrees at the airport, 78 here at Camp Mabry as well. Dew points at 65. Feeling okay outside. Definitely a little bit less muggy than what we were dealing with yesterday. We saw widespread rain all across the KVUE viewing area yesterday. And if you remember, especially if you're up in our north and eastern counties, we had 2 rounds of rain yesterday, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So we actually, just as of about 8:30 this morning, have some official rainfall totals from these Memorial Day storms. You can see up there towards Killeen, almost 4 inches for the entire day. Lexington over in Lee County, 3 3/4 there. And then closer to our area, Hayes County, we have about 3.5 there, almost 3.5 for Belcones in northwest Austin, and then Dripping Springs coming in with just over 3 inches as well. A lot of us seeing rainfall yesterday, pretty much the entirety of the KVUE viewing area. Now our radar looks totally different as we head into our Tuesday here today, but we still have some chances for active weather as we head through our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. We'll get to those details coming up in just a little bit. I know, the rain came. The rain came in the morning, it came in the afternoon, in the evening. I mean, it stuck around for a while.
Good, we needed it.
Yeah, we did need it. We need more still.
Yeah.
Yes, we still need more, but, I do have a graphic in here. We're starting to look, almost near average for some of our monthly rain totals for the month of May here. So that, of course, is good news because, of course, we're still in a very bad drought here in central Texas. So we need all the rain we can get before the summer really sets in. We've got 78 degrees at the airport, 78 also at Camp Mabry. Feeling pretty good outside. Dew points aren't as high as they have been. 65 degrees. That's, a little bit muggy, a little bit comfortable, kind of neither here nor there. Temperatures at the current moment, we're starting to get a little bit warmer down towards the San Marcos region at 80 degrees there. 75 for Burnett, Llano, Mason at 74. Probably feeling pretty good out towards the hill country areas, and a bit warmer as we head off towards the coastal plains. Our wind speeds and gusts, not too bad. I know we had extreme winds last night, but thankfully today winds are expected to stay pretty much calm throughout the afternoon hours. And then of course we are going to be tracking the potential for some more active weather as we head overnight tonight and into our early Wednesday morning. Here's a look at rain totals across the map. You can see from Mason County all the way to Fayette County in the KVUE viewing area. We saw rain pretty much everywhere yesterday. Now some places got a little bit more than others. Of course, I will say up towards the Llano River, you can see this streak of green here. That really must have, improved places like Sandy Creek. Of course, Llano River, I was just talking about. Those rivers lead into our lake system, and we really need all the water we can get for our lake system as well. We also saw a lot of good rain down towards Blanco County, and of course, portions of Milam and Lee County got 2 rounds of rain, one in the morning, and of course, that one in the evening yesterday. So it was a good day for rain. Here is a look at those monthly rainfall totals. Camp Mabry almost up to 4 inches and up to 4.5 for the Austin airport here. So you can see our averages are starting to get a little bit closer to 0 here. We're actually above average just a little bit for the Austin airport. So that is good news there. Hopefully we can get some extra rain in the forecast for the rest of this week. And I do have some extra rain in the forecast for this week. So here's a look across the map. Much drier across Texas for the moment on your Tuesday. But as we head through our Tuesday afternoon, we're expecting to see some pretty dry conditions. Now it's going to be later tonight and into early tomorrow morning that we start to track, yes, another round of showers and storms incoming from the hill country. So starting around midnight tonight, we'll be looking off towards the west, and very gradually, this is going to be pushing into the hill country here by 2 a.m. you'll see. And then as we continue on into early Wednesday morning, 5 a.m., we could see some spotty storms around, as well as a couple of areas of just regular rain and even light rain at that. So we're kind of looking at hit or miss showers and storms as we shift through the night as that next round kind of comes in. Again, we're not, as on alert for this because most of our area, well, portions of it in the northeast are not even under a severe risk. And then here for Austin, as well as those hill country areas, just a marginal risk as we head into our night tonight and our early morning tomorrow. We still got some rain chances left on Wednesday, Thursday, potentially on Friday. We squeezed out a couple of showers, but most of the forecast is looking very spring-like and, a little bit less rumble and tumble for the rest of this week.
Yes, what a gorgeous week. Thank you, Grace.
All right, welcome back. About 11:30 on your Tuesday, and it's been a bit of a sunny start. Definitely a coin flip than what we were dealing with last night. Now, the rounds of storms won't be completely over as we kind of head into tonight and potentially into the next couple of days, but I do believe that drier conditions are eventually on the way. Let's take a look outside this afternoon. Downtown Austin looking really, really nice. You can kind of see some green color come back into Town Lake there. Definitely an influence from some of that rain last night. And looking from our tower cam, we do have some high clouds around, but overall things are pretty nice outside. We're sitting at 78 degrees at Camp Mabry as well as the airport. As we shift into this afternoon, we may top out around 90 degrees. We are expecting those dry conditions to last a little bit longer, at least through this afternoon. Only about a 10 to 20% chance that we'll see any sort of activity as we head into the next couple of hours here. However, overnight tonight, again, we're going to have another round of some thunderstorms coming into the hill country and passing across the I-35 corridor as we head overnight into our Wednesday. Thursday, we also have some shower and storm chances. Again, pretty isolated in nature. We'll kind of get a better forecast on that a bit later on in the week. But by Friday and Saturday, we start to look at mainly dry conditions for our forecast. So we'll start to time out the next 7 days for you guys in my full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.